Now we're going to send it down to Prem Parker and Cory Sarich for today's Flames TV postgame show, presented by Original 16.
Hey, welcome to Flames Postgame Live. It's brought to you by Original 16. We are so excited for you to be joining us here tonight.
We're just a little more lifelike tonight.
Yeah, we got a little animation going. Merry Christmas from all of us here at Flames TV, and Merry Christmas to the Calgary Flames, who go into the break with a win. It probably got a little dicier near the end that they would have liked, but by the end of it, it still finishes with a dub and a 6-4 victory here today. An afternoon game to finish it off. What did you make of what you saw? Maybe through the first 40 minutes, and then leave the third as a separate entity in this case.
Yeah, it started off with both teams making a few turnovers out there. You know, both teams weren't super crisp early, and you got to give Dustin Wolf credit early. He was the better of the two goaltenders. He made the saves he needed to make, and he held the Calgary Flames right where they needed to be. And then they scored a couple of big goals in the first period. And then second period for me was all Flames tonight. It was totally dominant. They took the Chicago Blackhawks out of the game. And then the third period is not an easy one to play. I mean, you got the holidays looming. You've got a 4-goal lead. You got to get on the ice. You got to stick with your game plan. And yes, the Chicago Blackhawks scored a few goals. They made it interesting at the end. They got a power play with a 5-on-3 advantage. But again, I didn't feel like they had a ton of traction until the very end of the game. And then that's just one little reminder at the end of the game that you got to stay focused. You got to play the full 60, and nice to see the Flames get it done. Yeah,
it does in fact take all 60 minutes, but they did figure it out at the end. And you know, obviously a couple power play goal and a nice pass there from Connor Bedard on two of them that sets up both Tyler Bertuzzi goals to make it interesting. Mikheyev had one late. Let's go through the highlights as we talk about it here tonight and kind of see how it all goes down. And it starts obviously pretty well for the Calgary Flames with a big first period. Jonathan Huberdeau has been excellent as of late, and this was no different here.
Yeah, and playing with lots of confidence these days. That's a play that maybe Jonathan might take a chance and turn up on that play, but he's got a head of steam. I love that his determination. He takes it straight to the net, and it's a really great finish. And he came out hot. He had a really good first period tonight.
Very good first, and his would continue. We'll talk a little bit more about Huberdeau, but this line continues to push offensively, and you hear the goal call still in the background, and it's Nazem Kadri strikes again.
Yeah, it's a brutal turnover by the Blackhawks. Kadri's in great position. He picks it off, and you know what? He likes to shoot the puck. He likes to put pucks towards the net. This is a great shot. It's not a great save by Mrazek, but again, you put him on, you never know what can happen, and Kadri stays hot, and I think that's both their 13th here tonight, him and Huberdeau.
Going goal for goal at the top of the Flames goal-scoring leaderboard, but the Hawks would get one back. This is early part of the second period. Connor Bedard finishes off the Taylor Hall pass.
Yeah, and the Flames did a pretty nice job of not giving up too many odd man opportunities in the first two periods. This happens to be one of them, and those are two premier players. You got Taylor Hall, who's been brought in to help, push the offense of Connor Bedard, and we know that he can shoot the biscuit, so he does just that. Yeah,
and he's not going to pass up an opportunity there. The one nice thing for the Flames is they have their own Connor, and he has the response to make it 3-1 on a nice pass there from Pelche.
Yeah, and the conversation around Connor this year has been all the confidence with the puck, all the moves that he's been making, and he's had a lot of tough breaks that haven't gone in. This one, finally, even though it touches a little stick and shin pad there, it finds its way to the back of the net, and it's, again, nice to see him get rewarded for his play as of late.
Well, we've talked about it. I mean, he's up to 20 points now in the season. It feels like he could have, 30 or 40 easily, and that's one that finally goes his direction. Here's a guy that hasn't needed many breaks here as of late. Matt Coronato continues to rip it and scores another one here tonight.
And I just love that he's being rewarded for his work at both ends of the rink. He's been, I think he is their top plus player on the team, if I'm not mistaken. And he's been rock solid at his own end, learning from Michael Backlund and learning from Blake Coleman. But we're seeing him, start to flourish at the other end of the rink as well. And he's getting his shot off. He's a little quicker with his release at times. He's patient with it at times, and that's a big goal for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, it really was. And before the end of the period, they would add one more. And this is a nice piece of hand-eye coordination and maybe some footwork there. I guess you got to give that some credit too from Colsey.
Yeah, and again, a phenomenal screen. Mrazek has no clue where this puck is. Mackenzie Weegar starts this whole play. He was in digging for it, moves it over to Jake Bean, who again has upped his play as of late. And there's the finish by Blake Coleman.
Really nice play by Coronato, Weegar to keep that puck alive because they had a ton of zone time before that, and it seemed like it was just about to end, but Coronato, Weegar keep things and make it happen there. Go ahead, Sarich.
Oh, I'm just saying, and then we still have a lot more goals to go.
That's what I was like. We feel like that maybe the highlight pack is done, but there would be a couple late. This was within the first minute of the third period. You can see the ice isn't even frozen behind the net, and Tyler Bertuzzi sticks with this puck and finds a way to get it in.
Yeah, and this is going to be the theme for this period. They scored a lot of their goals just right near the crease, pucks bouncing around. Blackhawks desperate, trying to claw back in this game and make it a hockey game, and there he is. It's almost an identical goal.
Yeah, little stick lift too. You can see kind of just moves Weegar's stick out of the way. Puts his top hand down and makes sure he gets a good big chunk of that.
Yeah, and that's one maybe Mackenzie Weegar might want to have back. He'll take some inside position next time, make that a little more difficult. And then again, the Blackhawks with their net empty, they keep pressing here. It's a shot from the point, it bounces around in Rasmus Anderson's feet. The rebound sits in there, and they capitalize again to make this super tight game at 5-4 in the third.
Yeah, this is where things started to feel a little bit more interesting, and just over a minute left, a minute 8 remaining, and Mikheyev has goals in 4 consecutive games, and that for the Hawks would be as close as they would come because it's Michael Backlund that caps off what was a pretty solid and well-played afternoon for the Calgary Flames, and he puts a little emphasis, a little exclamation point at the end of that, scores his 6th goal of the season, and 6-4 is the final. And now you can definitely forget about the third, and more so the fact that you played a pretty good game overall here today and get to go into the break feeling pretty good about your game.
Yeah, for sure. That's the way you want to end it. You'll look at a few things in that third period, but again, you got to give Chicago credit. They've got some high-end players, and those are the guys scoring their goals. They capitalized on their man advantage. So nothing to really hang your head here for the Calgary Flames. And we just chatted about it a little bit earlier. Pretty darn good homestand. 6 of 10 points in 5 games, and it had a little bit of everything, this homestand.
Yeah, sure did, and obviously a good way to finish it off. And look at this, bring him in, right? How you doing, bud? Nazem Kadri.
I'm almost off the clock here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this
timing. I guess
this is it. Just one last one before you hit the Christmas break, and then you get a break from us. I'm obviously a little closer there in the third, but overall it seemed like a really good game from your group. What did you make of it here today?
Yeah, love the start of our game. I mean, I think we had a great first period. Obviously, nice to get off to a 1 or 2 goal lead. Made it a little closer than we would have liked towards the end, but win's a win. We'll take those 2 points, and those are big points going into the break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chemistry continues between you and Jonathan Huberdeau, along with Martin Pospisil. Your line's been clipping. You guys had a great first period. I saw you and Jonathan chatting on the bench during the first period there. What were you guys chatting about tonight? Were you guys just talking about the next shift, or
yeah? I mean, what don't we talk about? Hopefully, they got us in a good mood because I know sometimes we can get into it, but obviously, we got a brother-type relationship, and, we just want to make each other better. And I think we're starting to really read off each other well and just understanding, where we're going to be in certain times. And, it's really paying off, and he's playing great. So I'm happy to see that.
I thought maybe it was I saw your 13. Now I'm going to go and get my 13th too. It's like it just going back and forth like that.
Yeah, we're going toe-to-toe, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe we'll take a look at your goal here. And just, Sarich was complimenting you just on the read in the neutral zone and the way you were able to kind of jump on that puck too.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it started. Came off the bench and just tried to anticipate a breakout pass and was luckily to, in a good spot, was able to pick it off and just tried to use the defenseman as a screen, and I think I kind of handcuffed him a little bit. So it was nice to see that one hit the back of the net.
For sure.
The third period, those aren't always easy to play. You've got a 4-goal lead. What's the mindset going out there? Just trying to stick with it. I know you got the Blackhawks. They're not a super strong team this year, but they were coming in here hot. What's the focus going out for that third period?
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing great. Obviously I think the timing and the schedule, you get off to a big lead, you got a break coming up. I think that kind of got to us a little bit, and guys wanting to enjoy their Christmases, but I think mentally we were able to refocus and seal the deal, which is the most important part.
Points in 4 or 5. I would say that's a pretty good homestand, and now you get to go enjoy the break. What's on tap? How's the family? Like, is there a lot of excitement in that Kadri household?
Buddy, I'm just gonna throw my feet up and rest the body and come back ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's nice of you to send Mr. Bertuzzi on his way with a couple of right hands for Christmas. I enjoyed that at the end.
Hey, he started it.
It's true. You did. There was a little lumber toss there. Well, we gotta show you your headshot before we go. Your Christmas animation. I'm sure you've seen it now. This has been going out.
I don't think I have.
This is the Nazem Kadri Christmas animation, and
it's not bad. I'll take it. I think I got a little more facial hair than that, but maybe not today. But
yeah,
very clean shaven.
I kind of look a few years younger there, so I don't mind.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Merry Christmas, bud. Enjoy the time with the family.
Appreciate
we'll see you back.
it.
Merry Christmas.
Promise to leave you alone for like 6 days or so. There's Nazem Kadri here joining us on the Flames TV desk. Hey, listen, that trio has been really good. Pospisil, although not as much on the score sheet, just all over the imprint of this game. The hit. Maybe we could take a look at the hit, and then obviously at the end of the game, he's part of that scrum that you're talking about with Tyler Bertuzzi too. He's kind of seems to be back to his old self, does Martin Pospisil.
Yeah, and I love it. And yeah, the hits. There might be a slight bit of head contact there, but again, the guy has no idea that he's going to get hit. He's got to make that play, and I love it. Braden Pahal comes in here to his rescue. Martin, with his concussion history, sometimes the gloves stay on, and that's just fine. And his teammates were right there for him. And then end of the game, he's grabbing guys, pulling them off of Wolf, doing his thing. Took a little, helped after Huberdeau took a little slash in the back of the leg from Bertuzzi, a little pile up, and that's what you want to see. You want to see guys that are out there battling for each other and getting in the mix, and I like that kind of stuff. Little Christmas excitement.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, some festive special shared between the crease and behind the net there from the Flames and Blackhawks before they go on their way. A little holiday cheer. I think that'd be a proper way to put that. Let's go to Blake Coleman now. Inside the Calgary Flames locker room, he had obviously a big game here tonight as well, along with his line mates Michael Backlund and Matt Coronato.
You get the job done as a group, but there were some tense moments near the end.
Yeah, we made it pretty exciting for the fans. Holiday special. It was a good game. Obviously, the third, a lot that we could clean up, but a win's a win at home. We'll take it.
So when you scored the fifth, you didn't think game winner?
I guess you're right. Yeah. No, I didn't even realize that till you just said it, but it's just one of those games, and we got it done when we needed to.
And as Chicago starts to score some goals in the third, are some of the guys who've got early flights really starting to sweat?
There was some frustration for sure. I think some guys are going to be pushing it for the 6 o'clock flights, but that's what you get for booking. I mean, they know we go to OT at home every game, so it was a risky play as it was.
Who was maybe cutting it the closest?
I think Hubie's pretty tight. I think he's probably already in the car.
In his equipment.
Yeah.
Like the old days.
Just the idea of closing out this homestand. You always want more, but the idea of closing it out right before the break, what's that mean to this group, considering the big picture?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you got, multiple days to sit on something, you want it to be a good thought and some momentum going into the other side of it. So, we had these 5 games. I don't know how many points we took away, but did a good enough job to keep ourselves in the picture here, and and we're going to take advantage of this break. It's something that I don't think I've ever had in my time in the league. So, put hockey on the back burner for a few days and enjoy some quality time with some family.
Had you worked on that between the legs tip for a little bit, or how did that come about?
No, just reactionary, and to be honest, I was ready to get my own rebound. I don't know, I just wasn't expecting the gaping cage.
We can't ask him because his flight's boarding, but what has got into Huberdeau of late? It seems like, I know last year December was really tough on him. It's kind of been the exact opposite. What are you seeing there?
No, he's just got his swagger back. I think he's feeling good. He looks. I think I said it in my first period intermission. I didn't know he had the turbo button like that on the PK. He just left me in the dust, and it's fun to watch. You can tell he's feeling it. He's making really strong plays, and it's the Hubie that I don't want to say we expect, but we know he's capable of playing this way, and our team becomes a much more dangerous group when he's playing like this.
How proud are you, Blake, of a guy that's had that expectation? Is now getting to that point and seeing his game come around. How proud of you are as a friend?
Well, he's an awesome guy. You know, we've said it from day one. We're all pulling for him, and we want him to do great things, and we know he's capable of it. And you know, it's just really starting to show up in a way that it's just really helping our group. And you know, he's happy, we're happy for him, and you know, he's just a guy that you know, some people are easy to root for in life, and he's one of them.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, we've been watching a lot lately. I'll stick with Elf. I like Elf. It makes me feel good. Yeah, it makes me feel nice.
Yeah, it makes me feel nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just more like on that Coronato and his evolution and how well he's been.
He's been great. You know, I've touched on it a few times. He's making confident plays. He's good defensively. He hounds the pucks. You know, a good forechecker. Everybody knows he's got the release. So it's finally coming together for him, and you know, he's just carrying us old dogs around out there, and it's been a fun time playing with him.
All right, last question there. I mean, there is some wide range in that post game. We got a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of quick flights.
Brendan, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
You know what? I was actually just saying, as I heard his answer, I think Elf has got to be it's probably one of the newer good ones, I would say, of the bunch.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't really. I love a lot of the movies out there, even the ones that bring a tear to my eye. But
yeah.
Still my favorite scene from any
the
Christmas
allergies,
movie.
though. You're right. It's the allergy.
Yeah, it could have been those. No, my favorite scene from a movie is got to be from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, when he beats the absolute snot out of Santa and the reindeer. Yeah. I can't get enough. Rewind. Watch
That's
it again.
Great. That is a
Rewind.
good one. That's a classic too. You really can't go wrong. There's some good ones there. Elf it's hard to beat though.
Oh yeah. One of my favorites as well.
You hear the Santa I know him line come out about 100 times a Christmas season, and I'm sure I'll work that into this show at some point. Let's go to the Coronato night, because what a game he had. Obviously gets the goal. I think he had an assist too, 2 points to add to his total 4-game point streak. But a career-high 6 shots today as well, and he was all around it. This line was really good again tonight.
Yeah, they just don't remind Michael Backlund of his little giveaway in the first period, and this line was great tonight. And, he was shooting the biscuit from all over the place. His goal was a beauty, finding a little pocket. Wasn't sure if it was between the post and the shoulder of Mrazek or under the arm. But, yeah, he's been everywhere. And, again, we've been talking about it. He's been so good at the other end of the rink too. Like, the coaches played him 20 minutes the other night, and if you look at his average, which was 12 minutes at the start of the season, to getting up to an average of 17 minutes a game, they're boosting with confidence. The coaching staff, they're putting him out there in all situations, and it's deserved by Matt Coronato.
Always a good sign when you see those time on ice numbers climb as high as they have, especially for a younger player. Coronato's been great. Let's listen to see what he had to say post-game here today.
How long till your flight home? You got time for this?
A little bit, yeah.
How good that feel tonight?
Feels good. It's a little scary maybe in the third, but I thought team played really well, so feels good before break.
I don't know what the final total was, 8 shots on goal, whatever you had, but were you feeling it out there more than usual tonight?
I don't know. I think sometimes you're in good spots and the puck comes to you, and sometimes it doesn't maybe, but I thought Bax and Colsey played great and thought we were working hard, so happy with the effort.
What are you trying to do out there, Matt, when you're trusted to kill a game by your head coach at one goal lead? Like, what are you trying to do on the ice there for check out the score?
Yeah, just play the way we're supposed to play. It feels great to have that trust, but just rely on my teammates and try to get the job done.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Probably Elf.
Elf?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a popular one too.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Flames TV AI-generated animation of you?
I thought it was pretty good, actually. A little thick on the eyebrows. Everyone liked that. Yeah, I know. Maybe a little bit too, but there were some funny ones, so it was cool.
Who had the best and who had the worst? Who's taking it?
I don't know who had the best. Ras was funny. Wolfie was funny too. I don't know. They were good though. They were good. Yeah.
Back to the shooting. As you settle in now more, is it easier to take the shot when you have a chance versus defer?
Yeah, I think it's just read the play. Like Bax is always telling me to shoot the puck. But I'm always looking to make the right play, whether it's the shoot or the pass. I think it's just trusting your instincts and reading it.
Okay.
Cheers to another season of great times and great taste. Celebrate things done well. Original 16, official beer sponsor of the Calgary Flames. Must be legal drinking age.
Welcome back to the postgame show, Flames TV Live, presented by Original 16. Brendan Parker alongside Cory Sarich. 6-4 the final today. The Calgary Flames. I've said tonight about 8 times, but I think I'm partially out the holiday break. I'm just like, I gotta, you gotta dial that in. It's a today. It's not a tonight yet.
It's dark down here.
It's dark though. Yeah, you can't tell. It looks like the night down here. Anyway, it is a victory, no matter how you shape it or how you phrase it. 6-4 the final. Flames get the big win. Let's listen to what the head coach thought of his group and maybe a little bit of the nervous moments in the third period before the Flames locked it down.
I thought the effort was fine. These games are always a little bit, you never know as a coach what you're going to get on a 2 o'clock start. So I thought the effort for the first couple periods was fine, and then I thought we gave them a little bit too much life in the third period, I would say, but found a way to hold on.
21-41 ice time for Matt Coronato.
Yeah.
What's he doing to earn all that ice time?
He's playing the game the right way. I feel like he's a threat offensively for us, as we've seen the last number of games. But he's competitive with his play away from the puck as well, Darren. So I think he deserves that time. And hey, part of it, he's playing with Bax, and Bax, he usually gets the heavy workload, so that factors into it a little bit. But I think he's deserving of the increased amount of minutes he's been getting.
He's handling it good in your
He is. You do worry a little bit about it as season progresses, but there's only a few nights where he's up that high. So I think he'll be just fine. He's got a lot of time to get his energy back up now.
And Coach, what does it say about his evolution that, again, you have him out there killing a 1-goal lead in the dying minute there?
Yeah. Well, he continues to get better. And we talked about that last year when he came up at the end of the year. His detail was much better. So the guys with the Wranglers did a job of working with him on that. But he's a smart young man where he understands there's certain things that you have to do to get a chance to play in the NHL. So you have to be a responsible player, and you have to earn the trust of the coaching staff so they're comfortable putting you in those situations. So we worked on that part of his game. He can score, and that comes fairly easy for him. So he really dug into his play away from the puck, and he made himself a better player.
On those third period stoppages, could you tell on the bench which guys had flights that they were trying to catch?
No, I don't. I had no idea. I didn't even want to go there today, to be quite honest with you.
From your perspective, what do you take away from this game? Do you focus on sort of what worked in the first 2 periods, or anything in the third period, or you try to take it as a whole?
No, I mean, you look around the NHL now. There used to be a saying where a 2-goal lead was never a safe lead. Now it's, to be quite honest, like 3 for sure. And we saw tonight 4. Teams come back. There's a lot of skill. There's a lot of players that are dynamic. So I didn't like the first goal we gave up in the third period because I thought that opened the door for them. So that's something for us to learn. Because we haven't been in a lot of situations where we've been up like that going into a third period. So it's important that you make sure your first shifts or first 5 minutes are done the proper way.
Ryan, if we went back a year, and not to rewind on you, but December was like a really tough month for Jonathan Huberdeau, and it's kind of the exact opposite this
year. A year ago, you said?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think we had a point until the end of December. So what do you see out of him now that's kind of the opposite?
I've seen it all year. For me, the way he ended last year, there seemed to be a little bit of swagger back in his game. He's got that again now. So I think he's enjoying who he's playing with right now. I feel like probably more so for him, he feels like he can impact a game again the way he knows that he can. So what I like about him over the last couple of years is he has really committed to his play away from the puck, similar to what Matt is. And I think he's a really good all-round player now. And it's nice to see him getting rewarded again with some points too, because that's important for him as well.
A year ago, would you have imagined him being on the ice shorthanded, let alone making a play like that on a shorthanded goal?
Well, the way the season was last year, we didn't use him as a penalty killer, but that was something him and I talked about this summer. So, again, another situation where I think a player has earned that with the way he's played. So he's done a good job with that.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
There were no votes
I hate
for
to
that
say
in the
it.
locker room.
No, really? I'm surprised.
It's these days.
Yeah. Good. Okay, Merry Christmas, everyone. All the best to you guys.
All right, there's the last word, and Coach Huska goes with the National Lampoon. I think that's fair. Wes, by the way, must be writing he's going to be working on a Christmas story, I think, over there.
Let's hope he gets it out quick. He's only got a couple days left
That's
with all that
right.
material.
That's right. Well, he won't have access to any players or coaches. You heard Kadri, he's almost off the clock. I think he's gone now, and deservedly so.
And I think Coach was a pretty good sport, too, there. Like, yeah, there's some stuff in the third period you're not going to like, but, let's take it with a grain of salt and get back to work in a few days.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take the win, and let's Merry Christmas. And that's for all of you Flames fans watching. Thanks for watching up until this point, the pre-Christmas schedule, and we look forward to seeing you right back here before the Christmas turns into the New Year's special, and we have the Vancouver Canucks in town on the New Year's Eve. But until then, we're signing off. It's time for the Christmas break, and they do so with a big victory, 6-4 over the Chicago Blackhawks, as well as a nice little homestand. Points in 4 of 5 games, 6 of a possible 10 points, and ride into the Christmas break. Feeling pretty good about themselves. Coming up next, it is the San Jose Sharks on December 28th, and then the Vancouver Canucks before we turn the calendar to 2025 after that. Thanks for watching Flames Postgame Live, brought to you by Original 16 for Cory, Sarich, myself, and all of our production crew here at Flames TV Live. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you after Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.